Hi, this is Dr. Johnny Bowden, author of The Most Effective Natural Cures on Earth. Today we're going to talk about depression. A depressing subject? Yes. The best description I ever heard of depression is when you're really depressed. I'm talking really depressed. I'm not talking you got the blues, it's a bad day. I'm talking seriously, clinically depressed. You could be laying on the couch. You could be looking at death. And there would be a pill across the table, right there on the coffee table, a couple of feet away from you, that would save your life and change everything for you. And you wouldn't have the energy to get it. That's the best description of clinical depression I've ever heard. Now that's a very, very serious type of depression, and it's very intractable, very hard to treat. But most of us, if you're watching this, you're probably not in that kind of a condition. If you're watching this, you'll probably sometimes experience a kind of mild depression, what they would call mild or moderate. You know, a couple weeks of not feeling that great, not wanting to get up so much. And before you reach for the standard SSRIs, the standard pharmaceutical treatment, I want to tell you about a natural treatment that may work just as well, if not better. And it's called 5-HTP. It stands for 5-hydroxytryptophan. You don't need to remember that. There's not going to be a test. But the way it works is this. Tryptophan is an amino acid. It's found in protein. And when it combines with vitamin B6, it converts into serotonin. Serotonin is that good, feel-good neurotransmitter that you try to keep around a lot in the brain, especially if you're depressed. That's what the SSRIs do. They're called serotonin reuptake inhibitors. In other words, they keep the brain from kind of dissipating all the serotonin that's up there. They want to keep it there because we know that serotonin is involved in mood. Not quite sure exactly how it works, but we do know that there's a definite role for serotonin in the alleviation of depression and in feeling good in general and in feeling satisfied. It's a very important neurotransmitter. What's a neurotransmitter? It's something that transmits information in the brain, neuro. So we want those neurotransmitters to get in and out of the cells very easily, and we want to be able to make enough serotonin. We want to be able to keep it hanging around. So 5-HTP can actually help you do that. In some research, 5-HTP performs as well as Prozac. And it may also be effective for things like headaches, because that is actually related to low amounts of serotonin. It's called low serotonin syndrome. There's some evidence that 5-HTP can affect eating behavior. There's been some studies of appetite reduction and weight loss reported with people taking 5-HTP. Here's the important take-home. Don't go home and throw out your antidepressants, but you can consider gently replacing them, hopefully under the supervision of a health professional. Your doctor may not even know about this and may not know anything about it, and that, of course, is not a great sign. But if you can find somebody who is nutritionally aware, they may be able to titrate you off the SSRIs. You really don't want to just throw those away and stop them cold turkey, but I have seen in my own personal life many people in my own personal experience professionally, many people be able to titrate off of the pharmaceutical SSRIs and start to add the 5-HTP in, and eventually it may work just as well as the SSRIs did. The dose I like is about 300 milligrams a day, and it should come with some vitamin B6. Some of the brands that I have on my website are formulated that way, or you can get your own, but make sure you get some vitamin B6 in there with the 5-HTP so you can get that conversion into serotonin. This is Dr. Johnny Bowden for Eat, Drink, or Die. Sign up for my free video series, 7 Nutrition Lies That Are Making You Sick and Fat, at johnnybowden.com.